Good morning. Start with this. Cheers. That was my electrolytes for the morning. Making sure I stay hydrated and kicking my day off well. So the agenda for today: legs, cardio, get my steps in, then my young adults ministry called Unite that I go to on Tuesdays. I love the ministry so much. It's essentially just a bunch of college students and young adults all just meeting up on a Tuesday evening to keep our eyes on God. Great time. I love it. I'm not gonna get too much footage there because, it's important for me to have my intimate time with God, but it'll be a good time. It's gonna be a fun day. Let's get it. All right, leg day. Typically I run optimal, but today we're gonna do 2 big scoops of dethroner. That's a 1. There's a 2. And then we're gonna throw a scoop of L-Dopa in there. Ah, drats, I can't find it in my pile. Found it. We're gonna do a scoop of L-Dopa in this. If I can find the dang. Bang. L-Dopa, essentially a precursor to dopamine, makes it easier for you to not have cravings for other things, and it makes your training just a slight better as well. I love L-Dopa. I use it pretty much every day. So that's our pre-workout. Dethroner, L-Dopa. Intro workout, the thing we're gonna be drinking mid-lift. We're gonna do a scoop of cyclic dextrin, which is pretty much the best intro workout carb you can have. It doesn't spike your blood sugar or anything like that. It kind of skips your GI tract. It just helps you essentially just get carb max right away. I don't like to use it within my pre because I like to be able to sip on carbs during my workout that don't sit heavy or anything like that. Scoop of cyclic dextrin, 2 scoops of Ecolyte for hydration. I drank some of these this morning as well, but 2 scoops of that. Mid-lift as well. Bang. So we got pre-workout, dethroner, intro workout, cyclic dextrin plus electrolytes. That's our leg day stack today. So since my gym is about 5 minutes away from my crib, I get the luxury of drinking my pre-workout from my couch, and it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna use this time to explain what I'm doing on this day. This is one of 2 leg days I hit a week. So my first leg day, today, I do leg press, a hinge, hamstring curls, and leg extensions. What about adductors? What about calves? I might hit calves. We'll see. Depends how I feel. But as for adductors, I do those on my other leg day where I take out hinges, and I only do 1 of those a day. My leg press depth is so deep that I don't really get too worried about hitting my adductors within that because of how deep my leg press is. I'll be fine. Like my adductors are getting adequately stimulus. You know what I mean? Like we're fine. So that's the leg day. And then my next clip is gonna be me in the gym. So see you there.
All right. So I don't even know if you can hear me right now, but we're warm. We did a few feeler sets on this to see how my knees and my hips felt. Did some jumps and some leg swings and called it good. I'm not a huge believer on actually warming up. I feel like your body just needs to actually be warm. You could jump in the sauna or get on the elliptical bike and get your body actually warm. So for me, I just jumped up and down a little bit of times. I wore some sweats here to keep myself warm and then blasted my heat in my car. And now we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna do some leg press here. No one has ever matched my depth before. Not that I've seen, at least. No one's getting close. And you don't have to take it along for the ride. I get a little loud on this one, and I always get nervous that someone's gonna come and shout at me or get mad at me or anything like that, but we'll be fine. We're just gonna rip it, smile and chipper and laugh so no one thinks that I'm evil after, and we're gonna get after it. So we're only doing 1 set here, so we gotta make it count for real. Let's go, come on. Okay, come on. Let's go. Come on. I should have had that last one, but that's fine. We stimulated the muscle. We're fine. All right. Next thing we got on the agenda here, some hinges. I won't lie to you. I don't know if this is an RDL or an SLDL. I just know that I'm hinging. So we're gonna rip it. I'm hoping for a good 5 or 6 here, but to be quite frank, how well I do on this changes literally week to week. Song of the year, September by Earth, Wind & Fire. Let's get it. Come on. My grip was slipping there, and I hit the safeties on every single one on those last ones. Stang zoot. You know, I'm trying to think of something philosophical and motivational to say to you right now about the stimulation. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in your way. Trying to think of something philosophical to say about the stimulus in that set, but I'm gassed. So I got nothing. Good set though. I just realized as I sit here, you guys might have some problems with how I do my exercises. So let's go through them together before I start my set. 1, my leg press. My depth, that's gonna be bad for your pelvic tilt, and you're locking out your knees, you're gonna hurt yourself. Maybe you'll hurt yourself. I'm gonna be fine. I've been doing that way the entire time I've been training, where pretty much since I started leg pressing, I've gone to that depth and locked out at the top. I haven't not done that. So the same weight that I'm doing with 2, 3, 4 plates, I'm doing the same with 6 plates as well. I'm not gonna get injured doing that since I've trained it that way the whole time. It's not like I'm egoing it and just rocking with 9, 10 plates and you get hurt. Then for my hinge movement, you would think that I'd have problems with my lower back because it rounds out a little bit at the bottom. Your back should not be that weak. And if it is, that's a whole different problem you have to address. My back isn't that weak. It used to be, but it's not anymore. So after you, bro, I'm in your way. But for that one, once again, I've been training that way with my lower back being bent and rounded throughout all of my hinging. I used to actually do an arch, and that's when I get hurt. The moment I let my back kind of naturally round as it needed to, I've been pain-free. Your back should not be that weak, and if it is that weak, you have a whole different problem you have to address outside of your hinging. And I don't have that problem, so I'm fine. But maybe you aren't though, but I'm not you, so do with that what you will. This should hopefully be a warm-up, we'll see. Good enough. Feels a little heavy, and my hips are slightly tight, but we're gonna throw a 10 on the top of this and crank it out for set 1. All right, lad, we're putting a 25 on the top of the stack. We're just gonna rip it, see what happens. There's a 25, so that's 285, 287.5. And now we're just gonna go crazy and see what happens. Come on. Yep, that was heavy. For the second set, we're just gonna do the stack. Whew. Damn. Damn. I won't lie, I'm sick of talking. I'm done talking. Leg extension. say? The legs, pretty badass. A little hamstring action. Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool.
So that's the lift. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time doing it. I kind of got a little quiet at the end there. I just didn't really feel like talking. I just wanted to finish the lift. I was getting a little exhausted and just needed to finish checking the boxes and run out the clock, right? So we got that done, and then we posed down for a second, and now I'm going to go back to my room, make some food, hop on the walking pad, get some work done for probably an hour or so. Then I'm off to Unite, the young adults ministry that I go to. So let's keep going. All right, I'm off to Unite. But I low-key shouldn't go in the thing I wore to the gym. So we're going to change. I might put some sea salt spray in my hair and go bandana-less there. Got my fit right here to put on, and then I'll give you guys a little fit check after. All right, pre-ministry fit check. Camera's kind of tilted because you're on top of a stuffed animal right now. We got waffle knit tee, Echovision. Chain, Echovision. Cargo pants, Echovision. Socks, Echovision. Undies, Echovision. Did my hair all nice? Do I look all cute? We're dialed. Off the Unite. So here we are, the end of the video. We hit legs today. We went to Unite, the young adults ministry, which makes me feel so fulfilled because I'm surrounded by a bunch of other young adults and college students keeping their eyes on God, which makes me feel good. But I wanted to end this video with something a little more real. You've heard me talk about chasing your dreams, betting on yourself, taking the risk, and it sounds heroic. It sounds like something we should all do, and we should. But before you do, you might want to know the cost of betting on yourself, because with everything, there is a cost. These are the 4 phases that I've experienced so far, and I only was able to recognize those experiences from another Echovision athlete, Courtney, aka Cable Queen Court, sending me a TikTok kind of outlining these for me. And I want to explain my experience within them. These are the 4 phases of betting on yourself. The first phase is uninformed optimism. This is the honeymoon phase. You're amped up, you're fired up, you see the vision for your future, but you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. When I changed my major to pursue social media and coaching and my platform full time, I knew it would be hard, but I didn't really understand what kind of hard. I just knew that I wanted what was at the end of the tunnel. I didn't really think it was going to be the constant fluctuation of my income. I didn't think about the constant fluctuation of my platform. I only knew what I knew. And I wasn't ready for the kind of pockets of sunshine and a lot of rain, because I thought that it was going to be all sunshine and rainbows and then a little bit of rain here and there. But it's mostly a storm, and then through the storm you see pockets of sunshine that can keep you going. But I wasn't ready for that. I was just ready for what my life was going to become after the fact. The second phase is informed pessimism. This is the wake-up call. This is when you realize how hard it's going to be. You just quit your hourly job just to realize you're just working a different hourly job, except the hours are longer. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, you are clocked in. This is what happened to me. I quit my desk job, I changed my major, I switched to some online classes thinking I'd have more free time, but all it brought me to was more time for my work. I'm now clocked in all day, every day. All I can think about is my future. How do I graduate faster? How can I put less effort in these classes? What do I post next? What do I do next? How do I expand my business? How do I expand my platform? Bodybuilding, coaching, social media, the whole everything. Everything my life entails that is pursuing my future is on my mind all day, every day. I don't have the off switch anymore that I used to. Furthermore, another part that I was not ready for with my meteoric rise was the hate. With more eyes on you, there's more assumptions, there's more opinions, more people who don't know you but think they do. And I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for the death threats. I wasn't ready for the random hate comments, the random hate videos. I wasn't. And this all just kind of stacks up, and you start to feel a little more pessimistic about what you signed up for. You've become more informed. You now know what it's going to take. You now know what is out there and what it's going to do to you and your career. And phase 2 goes into phase 3 pretty cleanly here. Phase 3 is the valley of despair. This is going to be a long stretch of
pain and, for lack of a better word, hopelessness. For me, this is when all of the revenue streams I had, every single thing that I bet on, had all taken a dip at the same time. The month before, I was making money I've never even heard of, and then the month after that, I was making less than I could imagine. And it stung. That's when the anxiety and the doubt starts to creep in. Am I cut out for this? What am I doing? Should I have not switched my major? Am I going to regret this decision? And that's the thing. You're taking a risk. You're betting on yourself. You're taking a bet, and you might regret the bet. But the bet's been done. And one of the hard things about betting on yourself is there's no one else to blame but you. So this valley of hopelessness, of despair, hurts bad. And it drags on and on and on. And the anxiety just eats you alive because, like I said, you're clocked in, day out, all day, every day. You try to do everything all the time. You have to do everything all the time. And that hurts because when you're doing everything all the time, you're thinking about everything all the time. And when everything all the time is not going well in the valley of despair, everything all the time sucks. So, you're hopeless in this time. And the valley feels like it goes on forever. The valley feels like it's never ending, like it's gonna just creep on endlessly, but it's not. I promise you. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And that light at the end of the tunnel, that's phase 4. Informed optimism. That's where I'm at right now. I'm still kind of in a dip. I'm still not doing great. I still have to struggle with the hate and the clocked in 24/7 and everything of the sort. However, I now know myself that I am going to make it out on top. Informed optimism is knowing that even when things suck, even when things are trash, even when things hurt, even when things are down in the shitter, things will work out because they have to. So long as you are in the game, you are in the game. The bell has not rung. You can go onwards. And that's informed optimism. You know what it takes now. You know the pain, you know the hurt, you know the hate, you know the long hours, you know the cost. You've experienced it all. But you also know that you've survived it, and that you've made it through it, and that you bet on yourself and the bet will pay off. And because of that, you know what's going to work out. So, informed optimism. Not that everything is sunshine and rainbows, but appreciating the sunshine and rainbows you find along the way throughout all of the clouds. Informed optimism is the only place where truth, all the hard shit you have to get put up with, and hope, the thing that's going to keep you moving forward, can exist at the same time. So, if you are betting on yourself, you will experience these costs, and they will come up to you. And I just need to remind you that at the end of it all, there is informed optimism. And I found it myself, and I found it pretty fast, but many might not. Many might last in the valley of despair a little longer than I am. So yeah, betting on yourself isn't glamorous as it sounds. It's not heroic as it seems. It's uncomfortable. It's ugly. It hurts a lot. And it also forces you to become a person you never thought you'd be, in a good way, so long as you make it that way. And that's the cost of betting on yourself. And I'm going to continue to pay it myself. And I hope that you guys will place the same bet, understanding the cost. God bless.